Now, I tell you that anecdote, because it's an example of a small business taking action. We came up with a creative concept, which was the Babe Rally. It was easy to enter. We bought a car for $500, we painted it with house paint, bought some stickers, which were awesome, and we applied that methodology. We worked out who our target audiences were. We did our research about where we should be sort of. Who was where. We knew who the bloggers were. We knew who we wanted to sort of carry our story. We knew that social media would be key because people were taking pictures. As soon as we heard the explosion and the wheel fell off, I was out there taking a picture and tweeting it, obviously, and massive interest on Twitter and Facebook. And in terms of measures of effect, like I say, when we got to the end of it, a lot more people were interested in talking to me, even if they wanted to talk about what it was really like. And I'll tell you, just between us, it was nowhere near as much fun as it sounds. Sitting in a car for 8 hours a day with a crack car for 8 hours a day with two of your best mates, it's not as much fun as it sounds. I won't be doing it again. Okay, and if anybody's got any other questions about that, and relating it directly to the methodology, then just come and talk to me, because it really is a case study, and I probably should case study it on my blog or something as a small business initiative. It worked, and it wasn't that bad. It's all right. Okay, so these are the practical takeaways for you. I'm just going to read them out, which I know is a no-no. Okay, plan for effect. Link your planning to effect. That is a key message here, right? Effect-based planning is the way forward. Thorough research and investigation, obvious, but don't skimp on it. Work out the factors that can influence the way you conduct your business. Be clear on who you're trying to influence, obvious. Multi-channel outreach for cumulative effect. And remember, cumulative effect, the message resonance takes place over time, So multiple channels over time, you'll achieve your cumulative effect. Always check, always measure, make bold corrections. We changed our messaging in the Babe Rally because we realised that our tertiary messaging was working better than our key messaging. Don't forget creativity. This has been a bit of an analog presentation about business processes, but nobody's going to cover something that's dull. And always get help from real public relations specialists. I just put that in as a dig because so many, especially in small markets, so many ad agencies say they do PR as well. Or they might do a bit of media relations. It's not the same. So that's basically it. I think I've got one more slide. This is just a plug. This is what we do: corporate communication, public affairs, crisis planning, special activities. If anybody wants to know more about my business, then come and talk to me. There's some contact details: simon.keemer@keemergroup.com. It's our phone number, and that's it. Question? Yeah. Any questions? Oh, don't feel you need to just talk about the presentation. If you want to ask me how Sarah Palin should be handling her public relations crisis, I'll happily answer that. I've got some views on it. Start firing people and rebrand. Oh, the question was, how should Sarah Palin manage her current public relations crisis? It's an interesting one, isn't it? She really hasn't done anything really wrong, but she's getting blamed for something that was way out of her control. It's a classic public relations crisis. And the only... We're quite aggressive in our crisis handling. A lot of public relations agencies will say, come clean, be nice, say sorry, and all that. Well, half the time it's not warranted, and we usually advocate a vigorous pushback on crisis. This isn't one of those times with Sarah Palin. I think her and other people on both sides of the political aisle are facing a significant and damaging public relations crisis. And the only thing that I think would be worthwhile is for her to take responsibility for, in a limited way for the sort of decisions and the language that has been used in the past, and concentrate on building goodwill and rebuilding goodwill and understanding with people who might appreciate the fact that she's, actually changed her tune. And I was watching someone on MSNBC last night, which is kind of the other side of things, and they were saying, some things that were pretty unacceptable, I think, in terms of this debate. So there's a chance that there could be a movement of this public relations crisis from where it sits among the Sarah Palins and Michelle Bachmans of the world, more towards the centre. And my public relations efforts, if I was representing either of those two people, which I wouldn't, but if I were, I would be trying to move that debate more towards the centre, because everybody has made those kinds of mistakes. Any other questions? I'd like to answer some more. Effects-based planning is the way forward. Okay. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Simon. Tony, do you have an announcement?